involving around number 30 Broad Street, 1022.
A rash of murders has Detroit police and residents on alert.
The economy, the loss of jobs, the pain is real.
The fact of the matter is, like, I know where I come from. You know, I'm from Detroit. I used to live in New York City, Harlem, uptown, Manhattan. I went to New York with the intention to gain a master's degree, secondary math education, and also while simultaneously teaching in a high school in the South Bronx. So I'm there and I'm helping, enabling young men to see who their inner being is and to help them understand who that is by broadening their horizons, because in New York there's so many things you can broaden their horizons with. But then I got to a point where I'm looking at all the great things that are going on in New York and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I'll come home and I'm a visitor making no contribution to where I'm from. I love New York. I love what it has to offer. I'm not from New York. The statistics say that I'm not supposed to be where I am right now. I have 7 brothers. I have 5 sisters. Unfortunately, you know, because of different life circumstances, some people die for natural causes, some people die because of things happen. My grandmother and my grandfather took me in when I was 3 days old. My dad wasn't around really. He had his own life going on. My mom, she was just wrapped up in the lights at the time. Just having a place to call your own was amazing, just knowing that I had a grandmother that loved me so much. She was a rock in my life, you know, everything I knew. Through her, she was real strict, you know, and she just made it so that I became kind of militant about school, because it was the only way I got praise. I mean, it was the only thing that people really paid attention to me for coming up. Like, oh, Shawn, he's so smart. And so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that because people paying attention. By the time that I was 12 and she died, it was like my life was just distraught. Like my grandfather told me, I remember when my grandmother died, he looked at me and he said, nigga, stop crying. She ain't coming back. And at that moment, I just realized, like, death is real. At that point, I felt like I had no one to pay attention to me anymore. I mean, you're kind of in this, you're a teenager and you're all alone. You have no rules and no one's checking that report card telling you you're so smart anymore. And coming back here, I start to look at things with virgin eyes. Where are these houses? I don't know what happened to the houses. And in my old neighborhood, I'm driving down my block. It's Snaggletooth. Houses that once there are gone. I see people outside. I don't know who they are. I see my old house and it looks a little run down. Born and raised right here in this house. I want to knock on the door just to see if I can just come inside and just like check out my old dwellings and just look at it. It's, you know, it's healing to see stuff like that, you know. Wow. So I'm walking up to my old house and I see a gentleman like kind of sitting outside of the van. And so I'm like, you know what? When I asked him, can I go in? Brother was not having it. Wasn't trying to let me in at all. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting in here. You're about to let me in. I got to see this place. I go ahead and I ask, and he's like, no, you can't go upstairs, such and such up there, la la. I'm like, okay, well, my room was in the basement too. So he said, sure, you can go inside. I'm going down the basement steps, and it's a door. I open the door, it's like, you know, they're cats, and it's just smell. It definitely smells like cat and feces down here. And everything used to be so big to me. I thought this house was huge, but yeah, wow. everything in my life at this point is different. Everything in that place is different, and everyone that was once in it is gone.
Yeah, that's not the same house at all.
Once everybody really started to go away and there was no one to really assist me in having whatever or doing whatever or even getting food, I had to do what I knew best. Like my brothers taught me how to, sell weed, how to cut crack. That's one thing I know for sure I can make money there, because kids in my situation, you do what you see your older brothers doing, what you see your father doing. You can see stuff on TV, but that stuff is not tangible to you. It's not real. What's real to you was what's real right there in your household. And I know what was real in my household, what was real amongst my brothers, and what was instantaneous money to get by and get what you want was in the street. You gotta hustle. So I'm driving and I see my old high school. The windows are boarded up. The grass is just high, it's not cut. I look into the security office, not even through the door, but through the window, the huge window that was once there that is just now missing. And it looks like Vietnam. It looks like total chaos and destruction, like it was never a place for learning. High school. Just left it anyway. And I'm walking down the hall, and through all this rubble, through all this fogginess, I happen to find my old math classroom, my first math classroom, Miss Carpenter's class. I remember walking into the classroom every day, my seat set like in the back left of the classroom. In this class, I'm looking around and I'm like, it'll be really great if I could find a piece of chalk or something and write my name on the board, as if I hasn't been writing my name on the board for 5 years now, but I wanted to do it in that classroom, and I found a piece. It's crazy. That's crazy. I always wanted to do this. It's as if this chalkboard is brand new, like whatever happened there didn't happen. I mean, so many things in life become so mundane to us. But then when you're on the other side of the desk, you see things with new eyes. And even just standing in front of the class at this particular moment, I'm standing there and I'm like, wow, I've officially made it to the other side of the desk. I moved back here because I know for a fact that there is so much life in this city. And I just know that this city can be better than what I knew it was. Like, I want to be that good example that I never had for somebody else.